Hi everyone, my name is Dina. I work for the Erich Pommer Institut. I manage the international training opportunities there. So who the hell is Erich Pommer, you might ask? Erich Pommer was a very important German film producer in the early 20th century, and he produced some film classics like Metropolis, Blue Angel, and Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. So what do we do at the EPI, as we call it? So basically, we're also one of the leading training providers in the European industry, as my esteemed colleagues as well. So we organize a whole variety of seminars, workshops, year-long programs. We've just launched a master degree course. We have a leadership program for women, so really a diverse range of training programs. And we also do some publications, conferences, industry events, and some consulting. Now, the international department of the Erich Pommer Institut consists of 4 programs I'd like to talk about briefly in the next some minutes. So all of our programs are luckily media supported this year and have been for some years. And all the programs actually have very similar goals or aims. So basically it's skill development, specific industry skills, but also entrepreneurial skills, business management skills, and of course introduction to new business perspectives and opportunities. We also are lucky to have some fantastic experts and speakers who share their expertise and knowledge and really give specific project feedback. The approach we have is very practical, so it should give you hands-on tips that you can implement in your daily life, work life. And of course, we also try to foster the development of professional networks around Europe and beyond. So, essential legal framework, what is that? It's a series of 3 residential workshops per year. They're not connected, so you can attend them separately. They offer essential knowledge on relevant topics with a strong emphasis on legal and financial aspects. The specific aims of the course, in addition to the general aims that we have, are we would like to facilitate the collaboration and knowledge exchange among European professionals, and also facilitate access to finance and co-production opportunities. So the structure of this training series looks like this. So as I said, very relevant topics in a very practical way. You have exclusive insights by fantastic acclaimed experts with project feedback and some great networking opportunities. The workshops are all 3 full-day workshops happening in different European cities, so we like to travel as well. The workshops consist of a variety of formats, so you have lectures, case studies, and practical exercises, for example, working on a financing structure or a distribution strategy for your project, or practicing negotiation techniques. Who are the programs for? We usually say it's for producers or other audiovisual professionals with 5 and more years of experience. The level of experience really varies throughout the workshops, but this is more or less where we start. And the good thing is there's no application procedure, so it's just really go to our website and register. It's first come, first serve. Quite easy. The topics. Obviously, as we have a lot of workshops, I'm not going to go in such detail as my colleagues did, but I'll try to give you an overview of what's there. So one of our bestsellers is the European co-production workshop, which really focuses on legal and financial aspects of European co-productions and tries to give you really hands-on tools and tips to handle the complexities of these endeavors. We go into various tax incentives, funding strategies, legal framework, obviously a state of the industry, and this workshop is based on the back of 2 or 3 very recent European co-productions, where we really try to dissect them. Digital distribution. I mean, the name speaks for itself. Really try to give film and TV producers and distributors ways to capitalize on the opportunities of the digital world in order to maximize reach and revenues for your projects. So topics include new business opportunities, sales agents, and digital distribution aggregators, and also DIY sales and distribution, and of course marketing and audience engagement. The art of negotiating agreements is a bit different than the other workshops. Here we really dive into the psychology of negotiation and really try to help producers and other audiovisual professionals understand the psychology and the structure behind any agreement or any negotiation. So topics include essential elements of some key agreements relevant in film production, but also psychology of negotiation, negotiation techniques, conflict resolution strategies, and tricks and tips in negotiation. Last but not least, clearing rights. It sounds duller than it is. It's a really very engaging workshop, strangely enough. It provides crucial knowledge on how to identify and clear rights fast and effectively in different jurisdictions globally, in order to obviously avoid costly lawsuits. So topics include clearing personality rights, music rights, rights for documentaries, factual entertainment, trademarks in artworks, and film and TV. So each of these, let's see if I can go back, is a 3 full-day workshop. Some highlights. Obviously there are many, but I will just mention a few. One of our main highlights are our fantastic speakers. Just some name dropping here, I hope you excuse me. So obviously due to our strong legal background, we have some great legal experts coming in from major US studios, but also from European law firms. We have different producers from smaller or larger production companies, like Syntropa, Scott Free London, or we have sales agents, sales companies, Hanway, Studio Canal, X-Filme, and then we have a variety of other speakers that cover really a very big variety of topics. So for example, we have a VOD and licensing consultants, Right Stuff, or a boutique social media agency, Alpha Panda. And our second biggest highlight within this training series are our case studies. As Jacobin said, we feel the same, that you really learn the best from actual project that happened. You learn best from mistakes, what worked, but what also didn't work. So in all of our workshops, we have a slightly different focus. For example, we had the projects A Most Wanted Man or The Lobster, which are major European co-productions that we dissect in the European co-production workshop. Then we really try to see what the rights clearance strategies were behind projects like Nymphomaniac, Borat, or Hangover. And you see how innovative transmedia projects embrace new business opportunities in other case studies. Transatlantic Partners. Transatlantic Partners is an established training and networking program for experienced film and TV producers. We're going to be 10 next year, so quite young comparing to other programs we've heard about today. So what's special about Transatlantic Partners is that it's the only program worldwide that really concentrates on transatlantic co-production. So producers come from Europe, Canada, and the US, and the topics covered are Canadian, European, and US content. So the program is both project and producer driven, and with this program we hope to introduce producers to new business perspective in international co-production and co-venturing. That's the structure. Topics cover really the whole lifespan of a project. So we start with an overview of the audiovisual market, financial landscape, legal framework, and finish off with sales and distribution, marketing, and audience engagement. As I mentioned, we cover topics about the European, Canadian, and the US market. So whenever you have, for example, a session of industry overview, it covers all 3 territories. The setup, it's a 2-module program taking place in Berlin and in Halifax. In Halifax, the last 2 days are actually, all producers take part in the co-production market strategic partners, which is really a great co-production market. It's very intimate, so you really get to meet a lot of great contacts. The formats are also lectures, case studies, but we also have some pitching training and some other practical exercises like working on financing plans and packaging strategies in groups, and obviously always receiving great expert feedback on your project. So to apply to transatlantic partners, you have to be an experienced feature film or TV drama producer with also at least 5 years experience, and you have to have at least 1 producer credit. You can apply with 1 or 2 projects, which should be feature film or TV drama project. The application will start next week, and the deadline will be in March. Our highlights, some of the many, again. So we have some great speakers coming to share their knowledge during the program. Of course, we try to invite as many producers as we can to share their experience, which is mostly relevant to the producers taking part in the program. For example, we had Stefan Arndt from Germany, who is the producer of Cloud Atlas and the White Ribbon, or Mike Ryan from the US, a producer of Junebug. Other speakers, it's a really diverse group of professions that we invite: financiers, casting agents, sales companies, distribution specialists. For example, we had Avi Kaufman from the US, who was the casting director of Lincoln or Life of Pi, or we had Hilary Davis from Bankside Films. Last but not least, a very strong focus on networking and partner search in this program. So obviously there is networking, a lot of networking involved on location during the social program, but also one-to-one meetings in Berlin and in Halifax during the Strategic Partners Co-Production Market. And we also have a TAP alumni network with major events at major film festivals, for example in Berlin, Cannes, and at TIFF. Now come the pictures. Yes, so as Agnieszka asked us to share some successes, these were 2 projects that where TAP producers were involved. For example, Angry Indian Goddesses, which is a Indian-German co-production where the 2 producers met at TAP, or Coconut Hero, Canadian-German co-production, also co-produced by 2 TAP alumni. And our most recent success is a US-German co-production, The Tale. It was actually a TAP project the US producer brought to the program. She met her co-producer there, and the project is now having its world premiere at Sundance in January. So that's pretty good. European TV Drama Lab. I realize it's a bit less relevant for you guys, but I thought I would mention it anyway. Just briefly. So the TV Lab is a high-level training and think tank for leading professionals in the European audiovisual industry, TV industry. It's designed for scriptwriters, producers, and and broadcasters, and explores essential elements of successful TV drama series. So the structure is a bit similar to Transatlantic Partners. It's a 2-module program. In Module 1, we explore the culture market for TV drama series in the US and in Europe. And the second module focuses on the creative aspects. So we really look behind the concepts of the writer's room and the showrunner, and also learn about creative leadership. The 2 modules both take place in Berlin, and the last day of the second module, our alumni join us for some sessions and also one-to-one meetings. Formats include lectures, think tanks, best practices, a writer's room simulation for the creative participants, and another workshop for the executives, pitching, and one-to-one meetings. Yeah, so as I said, it's open to scriptwriters, producers, and broadcasters. And for producers, it's a similar, you have to have at least one producer credit to be eligible to apply. And the application will also be in March. It's generally not open for directors, but if they're a writer, that's fine as well. It should be a TV credit. We sometimes take experienced feature film producers, but then they should have more than one credit. The fee for the lab is 4,500 euros, which includes meals and accommodation for both modules, but we do have some scholarships for writers. Some highlights, main highlights of this program are actually really the speakers. So we have some really great names coming from the US to lead the writers' rooms and to talk to people about what it is like or what it means being a showrunner. For example, last year we had the fantastic Terence Winter, who's the creator of Boardwalk Empire and was a producer on The Sopranos, nonetheless. Or Glenn Mazzara, who EP'd The Walking Dead and The Shield. Then we have some senior European executives, like Anthony Root from HBO Central Europe, or Pio Berendt, who was at the time head of drama at DR. And of course, again, successful producers who talk about case studies of their projects, like Anne Tamopoulos, who was the EP on Versailles, or Jörg Winger, the creator and EP of Deutschland 83. And last but not least, e-training. So the e-training is a new learning experience we have developed at the EPI a few years ago. It's a series of e-learning courses, and the benefits of the e-training are quite obvious, I think. So it's an online course. It's available to you anytime, anywhere. You can do it at your own pace. There's a variety of formats also included, so really numerous hours of studio shot videos, downloads of summaries, glossary, you name it, and quizzes to test your newly acquired knowledge. You have some details, tips, and business insights from our speakers. And it's about a 12 hours of learning course, and you can also purchase just e-lessons, so on a very specific topic, for example, one specific case study. The topics of the e-training actually match our residential workshops, so we try to kind of convert 1 or 2 courses per year in the e-learning format. These are the ones we have at the moment, and we're producing about 2 to 3 e-courses per year. And now I would like to show you a trailer.